Canelo asked, what has Triple G done since he fought me? Nothing. Let's talk about that.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Oh boy, y'all know the drill. Boxing scene. I just found this article funny. All right, given the excitement generated by last week's trilogy fight between Fury and Wilder, some fans are wondering if we will see a third fight between Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. Hold on. Who's wondering that? Who's wondering that? Look. All right, let me read this. Then I'll give my opinion. Y'all know the drill. Like the first encounter between Fury and Wilder, the first bout between Canelo and Golovkin ended in a controversial 12-round draw. Canelo won a close 12-round decision in their rematch in 2018. Golovkin is still competing at middleweight, where he holds the IBF title. He is expected to face WBA champion Ryota Murata in a trilogy fight in December. What? All right, wait a minute. Canelo has been competing above the middleweight limit for the last few years. He captured the light heavyweight title in 2019 by beating up Sergey Kovalev. Canelo would then drop to super middleweight, where he's captured the WBC, WBA, WBO world titles. In the main event of the Showtime pay-per-view card on November 6th, he will face IBF champion Caleb Plant in a full division unification. Canelo is not ruling out the possibility of facing Golovkin for a third time, but he also believes that his rival has not accomplished much of anything since their second fight. Canelo has fought 6 times since their second meeting, while Golovkin has only been in the ring 3 times. I am ready for everything, said Canelo to ESPN Deportes. I am ready for everything. I am ready to make the best fights. Hold on. You, journalists, hang on to the trilogy fight. He's talking about them hanging on to the trilogy fight. I'm doing more important things than him. Where is he? What has he done since he fought me? Nothing. I am doing other important things in my career. Beating champions, undefeated fighters. Oh. Okay. You know, it's kind of hard to stay on topic, but I will. There's some discrepancies in what Canelo was saying, but let me just focus on Gennady Golovkin. That's the article. Here's my opinion. As far as it pertains to Gennady Golovkin, Canelo is correct. What has Gennady Golovkin done? Let me pull up his box rec. Oh, here it is. That was fast. Oh, boy. Camille Surmeter. Who are you? Sergey Derevyanchenko, which was a tough fight. That was in 2019. So he fought twice. Steve Rolls, twice in 2019, once in 2020, COVID, whatever. 2021, we're in the 10th month of 2021. And he's supposed to be fighting Murata. That's not even up on Boxing Scene. But, on Box Rec. But, you know, we don't trust Box Rec. But according to this article, he's fighting Murata in a trilogy fight in December. What am I reading? He is expected to face WBA champion Ryota Murata in a trilogy fight in December. Wait a minute. All right, you know what? Whatever, man. I don't know everything. Y'all got to put me on. Trilogy means to me that fighters are fighting 3 times. Has he ever fought Murata before? No. Are they setting up the fight 3 times? I'm going to put the link in the description. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm not perfect. Put me on the game. This article is written by, well, y'all see who is written by. But it says right here, he is expected to face WBA champion Ryota Murata in a trilogy fight in December. Expected, meaning nothing's etched in stone. So maybe I'm missing something. I'm just reading what the article says. Did they fight twice prior? Am I misreading that? Or are they planning to have 3 fights? Which, that makes no sense. Y'all gonna have to tell, it's late. Y'all gonna have to put me on the game. Maybe I'm missing something. Feel free to correct me. Feel free to say, oh, Drew, you don't know. Do something. Because that's what's in the article. Link will be in the description. But why is he fighting Murata anyway? Is there money in that fight? Look, I don't like the business of boxing, but I understand it. So there got to be more money, and it must make more sense to fight Murata than there is against, I don't know, Andre, Jamal Charlo. He's fighting Murata. Somehow, the sport of boxing is making that make sense. Look, man, this guy's still chasing around Canelo. Listen, man, that ship sailed. Y'all had a draw, regardless of how people felt about it. I thought Canelo won convincingly. The second fight, you had your moments, but you came up short. I don't care for a third fight, but in this aspect, Canelo's correct. The only way you get a third Canelo fight, Triple G, is not by knocking over a guy like Murata. Especially if I'm misreading this 3 times. Or maybe the person who wrote that thing, I don't know what he's doing. But y'all read it. Maybe I'm missing something. But only way you get a third Canelo fight is if you fight a Jamal Charlo and beat him severely. If you fight Bubu Andrade and beat him convincingly, then you make your case. But other than that, Canelo's moved on and left you in the dust, man. Especially since it's 2021, you haven't done anything. Where you been, man? I mean, me personally, I wasn't checking for you. And maybe that's through no fault of your own, but the marketing to the public, I didn't appreciate. And maybe you have nothing to do with it. But they tried to tell me that you were better than Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And you haven't done 5% of what that man has done in his career. Shout out to Marvelous Marvin Hagler, but a Hagler you are not. Not in the ring and not by way of your resume. Especially chasing down Canelo Alvarez. You see, I come from an era where if a fighter wanted to fight another fighter, he put that fighter in a position where he couldn't be ignored. Show and prove. Canelo's not fighting Jamal Charlo, fight him and win. He's not fighting Bubu Andrade, fight him and win. Beat them. Beat one of them and say, look, he ducked this guy. Look what I did to him. I mean, that's the cloth I'm cut from. Am I missing something? Let's say you get in there with Murata and knock him out in the first round. Oh, Triple G. Can we say Triple G is back? Not looking at that Derevyanchenko fight. Not looking at your last fight. People saying you're old. They were saying you old 3 years ago. Which is why Canelo survived. He just beat you, man. So Canelo in this aspect is right. Everyone else is holding on to the Golovkin trilogy that I don't see happening. But in this aspect, Canelo's correct. What has he done since we fought? Look at what Canelo's done. All nonsense aside, because it is nonsense, but look at what he's done. And look what Triple G's done. He's like fell off the radar. He's not in everyone's face with his Apple deal. marketing schemes. I love it, man. And what does Drew always say? Time reveals all truth, and a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. So in this aspect, Canelo's right. Looking forward to see what he does against Caleb Plant. But I guess we got to look forward to Murata versus Golovkin. Whoever's checking for that with his Apple deal. I knew it. Once again, I'm right about him. Bronx on deck. Move!